Further in the series, we'll be seeing working with relationships and cardinalities. What are cardinalities? Okay, what are the different types of cardinalities that you'll find in Power BI? We will see many to one or one to many relationships cardinality. Next, in our series work with relationships and cardinality, we will see one to one cardinality, and we'll also see many to one cardinality. Also, we will see and get to understand about cross filter directions. Okay, so what about single with a single cross filter direction, and we'll also see both cross filter direction or bidirectional cross filtering. Let's get started.
Here we'll see, friends, the third part in relationship is about cardinality. You see here, many to one, one to many, and many to many. Okay, so let's see what is that. Let us understand. Okay, what is that? Okay, so in Power BI, there is a concept of directionality to a relationship. What do we mean by directionality? Okay, let me take you back to one screen. If you see the arrow, my friend, hover your mouse, okay, on the relationship line, you see the line, you'll see a denotation where it is showing one and the star. Okay, what does that mean? It is one to many relationship. Star means many. Why it is so? Customer, as I said, customer will be having only one unique record, but multiple transactional record into the sales table, right? So that is why it is one to many relationship. That's the relationship part, first part. Second comes the cardinality. What is cardinality? Cardinality is about the direction of how the data will be flowing from one customer to the other. You see the arrow here, okay? You see the arrow? The arrow is flowing from customer to sales. That means whenever we try to filter the sales data based on customer, so based on the customer context, the sales data will be filtering. So that's the directionality of the arrow. You'll come to know in which way the filter and the data will be moving. The filtration will be happening. So that is called cardinality. In other words, it is directionality as a simple word, but in Power BI, it's denoted as cardinality. All right. So let us understand more about cardinality. Power BI has the concept of directionality to a relationship. This directionality or cardinality plays an important role, okay, in filtering the data between multiple tables. Okay, when you load data, Power BI automatically looks for relationships. That's very important. Okay, so it will automatically take look for relationship, okay, within the data by matching the column name, as I said earlier. Okay, so now let us see what are the different types of cardinality. Okay, as we have seen here, in the cardinality section, when we are trying to establish the relationship, it will automatically detect the direction. Okay, that's based on our data. Okay, so one to many, and many to many. So that's one type of cardinality. So let us understand a little bit about that. That's very important, friends. This concept is going to make and break your Power BI report. Understanding this concept is very, very, very important. Okay, so let us understand many to one and one to many cardinalities. Okay, this two, many to one and one to many. What does it mean? Okay, following many to many or one to many cardinalities, what it happens, it describes a relationship in which you have many instances. Okay, like in sales, you find many instances, where in customer it will be only one. Okay, it describes a relationship in which you have many instances of a value in one column that are related to one unique corresponding instance in another column. Okay. Secondly, it describes the directionality between fact and dimension. As I said in the arrow, it describes the direction, how it's going to move from master to the transactional table, or fact to a dimension table. That's how. It's the most common type of directionality, okay, and is the Power BI default when you automatically create this relationship. Okay, this is the most common. Okay, and I would also advise on on a scale, like I would say that 80 to 90% of all your model should be based on one to many relationship. That's the advisable cardinality. Okay, because it is very easy and simple to maintain, and based on this cardinality, your DAX formula is going to shape up very easily. So it's one of the most common type of directionality, and it's the Power BI default. Okay, and an example of one to many relationship. Okay, here we are seeing that it's like it would be between customer and sales, where you have many transactional sales for each customer. Okay, that's an example of one to many. So I'll show you an example of, let's say we can drag this product key on sales. Okay, see, the moment I drag the returns table data product key on the sales table, it automatically detects the many to many. How come here it is a many to many? Okay, see, every sales will have many products being sold on different dates to a different customer. Okay, but it is also in a good returns or a product return scenario, we will definitely have multiple customers returning multiple products on different dates. So here we'll be having, okay, a many to many relationship, where in the returns table we'll be having many customers sending many products, returning back many products. Okay, and in the sales also we'll be having many customers buying many products on different dates. So here we have multiple foreign keys available, and here also we have multiple foreign keys available. So this is how it's going to establish many to many relationships. Okay, so many to many relationships describe where many values are in common between two tables. You see this? You'll find here it shows a sample data. Only few rows of your records are being shown over here. Okay, wherein we have hundreds of records in this. So don't get confused because whether the number here is not matching. Okay, it has within the data. Okay, so many to many does not it's not recommended. This also, again, it is not recommended. A lack of unique value introduces ambiguity, where we have many to many relationships. For instance, the following figure shows many to many relationship between sales, okay, between sales and return product key. Okay, because multiple sales, as I said, multiple sales can have multiple products returned on the associated data or a date also. So there is a chance there it can cause ambiguity based on the return date and the sales date. Okay, so that is how it is. Very carefully we have to establish this relationship. So as I said, most of the time, 80 to 90%, I would say that we have to follow one to many relationship, which is very easy, simple to manage and do all the DAX calculation. Okay, so here if you see the double arrow, okay, we have double arrow. Now another concept of very important here is cross filter direction. Since we have established a many to many relationship between returns and sales, it is automatically established. Okay, so here we see the flow of direction. When we try to filter based on a return date or a sales date, we have on a product key, okay, on a customer key. So we have established a two-way communication, two-way flow of filtration of data. So that is how the cross filter direction it has chosen as both. Okay, so in a many to many relationships, it's the recommended direction. Okay, the date. Now let us understand about cross filter direction. Data can be filtered in one and both sides of relationship. We have seen this. Okay, it can be either side. Okay, one or many. Okay, in a single cross filter direction, only one table in relationship is used to filter. Like we have seen that here, only one product key is required to filter the sales transaction. Okay, only one table in a relationship can be filtered. Okay, for a one to many relationship, cross filter direction has to be single. Let me take you back to this transaction. Okay, in one to many or many to many, it's always a single cross filter direction. Okay, now in both direction, with both cross filter direction or a bidirectional cross filtering, like in this scenario, one table in a relationship can be used in the filter to filter the other. For instance, one dimension table can filter the fact table here. Okay, and the fact table also can be used to filter the dimension table. So that's the cross filter, both bi-direction cross filtering. Okay, but why it is not advisable? Why Power BI has recommended as a one to many and many to one direction as single direction as a recommended choice? Why? Because in a cross filtering and bi-directional cross filtering, there will be a loss of performance. You might have a lower performance when using bi-directional cross filtering with a many to many relationship. Okay, so that's how it is very important for you to understand these concepts. I will just a note, okay, of caution. A word of caution regarding bi-directional filtering. You should not enable bi-directional cross filtering relationship unless you fully understand the ramifications of doing so. Okay, enabling it can lead to ambiguity, oversampling, unexpected results, and potential performance degradation. Like I said, both ways it is trying to filter, so it's going to lower your performance. Okay, so let's move on to our next topic.